Here's my review for Bad Lieutenant, Port of Call, New Orleans, starring Nicolas Cage and Eva Mendes. Also, it is directed by Werner Herzog. Werner Herzog, even though Werner start with a W, he's German, so whatever. Anyway, yeah, what did I think of this movie? It's actually a long-awaited movie for me because I heard a couple months back that it was screened at some festival, and I was like, I remember the old movie. I saw it when I was young, and that's probably why I'm all fucked up now because I remember that was pretty screwed up movie. Drinking, smoking, doing fucking drugs and stuff, and he's beating people up for no reason. Maybe having sex with people, even though I think he had a girlfriend in that movie too, just like in this movie. But I don't know if this is actually a remake. I think this is actually a reimagining of the Bad Lieutenant series, even though there was only one Bad Lieutenant. Now this is the second one, which is obviously not, you know, a remake. Pretty much, it's not a sequel on it. It is a remake, sort of. Anyway, what did I think of it? Well, yeah, let's go on to the story. I'll tell you about it. Okay, now the story was actually really good. I have to admit. I mean, Nicolas Cage definitely sells the whole idea of a lieutenant, drugged out lieutenant, trying to solve a murder case, and no one notices that this motherfucker's drugged out all the time. I mean, his eyes are twitching and stuff. He's like, I'm Nicolas Cage and stuff. But no one ever notices. Well, actually, his buddy, played by Val Kilmer, notices this. He actually mentions it a couple times. He only likes you for your drugs and blah blah blah. He knows about this, but he ain't gonna tell everybody about it because he's his buddy, obviously. And Val Kilmer's actually pretty good in the movie. But let me go on to acting for that. But anyway, yeah, the story was good. I'm not gonna try to explain it. Obviously, it's him trying to solve a murder case while he's being drugged out and trying to pay debts and trying to save his girlfriend from being pretty much a prostitute. But he's not really trying to save her. And the girl is played by Eva Mendes on the cover. He's not really saving her. It's that they have like this thing where he comes and pretty much robs them for their drugs. It's like this. All right, she's having sex with him. Oh yeah, but he loves you a long time. All that stuff. All right. She takes his money. Okay, and then Nicolas Cage comes out and pretty much says, "Give me your drugs and you can leave." There you go. Bye. Yeah, pretty much. That's pretty much the story. I'll just say right there. Yeah, pretty good story. Nicolas Cage definitely sells it. And I can't believe to say this, but you know what? Let me go into acting before I say anything more about acting. Okay, picking up right after what I said there, Nicolas Cage is awesome in this movie, man. He first of all he's fucked up. He's funny. He's weird. He's crazy. I mean, he's everything, man. In this movie, he's serious a lot of times. He's badass in parts. He's screwed up in parts. He's, pretty generous in parts. Well, not very generous, but some parts he is. He's protecting this kid even though he doesn't have to in one part. I mean, he does. It's his job, but he really doesn't. I mean, he gets away with everything, so he could just fucking blow this kid's brains out. He didn't need to. And the kid was a suspect in the murder, so he definitely needs him, but he doesn't need to treat him nice. He does, but whatever. So he's kind of generous in that understanding, but whatever. Anyway, yeah. I mean, I just like this character so much, man. He was funny. He was weird. But for some reason, I didn't mention this, but I guess Werner Herzog loves lizards. Because there's about 5 times where the camera just goes either behind a lizard. There's one part where it goes behind like 3 different lizards, and Nicolas Cage is staring at them because he's hallucinating. They're not really there, but he's hallucinating them. I don't know why. I guess he just likes lizards. I don't know. He's like, oh, lizards, cool. But yeah, he's like hallucinating them, and then some song plays. I forgot what song it was. I know I listened to it before, but yeah, it was some song playing, and about 3 minutes of it just panning back and looking at lizards, licking the screen. And that's one problem I had with the movie. But let me go on to the other, category, which is whatever I decide in the next few minutes. Anyway, because it's always a mystery. Last one. What could it be? Anyway, yeah, the acting from Val Kilmer's pretty good. Eva Mendes, she's there, I guess. Jennifer Coolidge plays Nicolas Cage's stepmother, pretty much. Uh, alcoholic stepmother, and and Tom Bauer, Boomer or something like that, Baumer or something like that, plays his dad. There's not that many people in here. I mean, there is a couple more people, like I said, Exhibit, who actually does pretty good. I actually like this character, even though he's a murdering psychopath. He's like, hey man, I like you, man. Nicolas Cage, you're cool. We should hang out and stuff, cause you're cool. I like you. You're crazy. Even though you're trying to, capture me and stuff. Wait, well, you're probably going, what the hell am I talking about then if he's trying to capture him? You have to see the movie to figure that out, but because I ain't gonna spoil it. But there's a part where they go hang out and, like, they're the best of buds. They're high fiving and stuff. They're riding roller coasters. They're beating up hookers. All that, fun stuff. Anyway, yeah, the acting was really good actually. Overall, even Mendes was just there. Everybody else was pretty good. Exhibit really surprised me though. I'll definitely admit that. Nicolas Cage, I wouldn't say he surprised me because I heard he was crazy in this movie, and I love when he's crazy. I love Nicolas Cage when he's crazy. Some of my favorite parts in his movies is when he's crazy, okay? Ghost Rider, terrible movie. I like when he's crazy. I like him as the character of Johnny Blaze overall. So, you know what, let me just go on to whatever the next category is, whatever I think of, and then I'll be done. So, yeah. Okay, for the last category, I couldn't figure out what I would put, so I just put entertainment overall. Just tell you overall. Overall, I really enjoyed this movie. I mean, it's not. I wouldn't say it's one of my favorite. It is one of my favorites of this year, but I don't think it'll actually crack my top 10 to be honest. But it's definitely a movie you should definitely see because it's. I mean, people are saying it's a bad movie. It is a bad movie. I'll be honest. It's a bad movie, but it's so bad it's good, and it's meant to be bad. And I could tell it's meant to be bad. I mean, I could tell it was meant to be bad. I mean, there was some parts where it was serious and very funny and very cool and stuff, and it was actually really good in some parts, and most parts, mostly with the lizards and Nicolas Cage going crazy. That's the part where, you know, it's pretty stupid and bad. There's a part where he goes, shoot him again. His soul's still dancing, and then he sees some guy dancing, and then he dies, and he's like, I guess that's supposed to be his soul, and that's a stupid part, but very funny. I liked all the bad parts. It was intentionally bad, and it was bad that it was good. So I'm happy that it was bad. I know this is really weird, and I like how the actual movie poster has bad bold, just to give you a heads up. Like, this is bad, people. It's bold. Yeah, it's white bold, but it's bold. It's not like, well, if it was, dark bold, and it'll blend in the background. I'll just say Lieutenant then. Lieutenant, the gayest name ever, right next to Spartan. Anyway, yeah. I don't know where I came up with that. Anyway, that movie kind of sucked too. Anyway, this movie was fun. So, you know what? Overall, I'll give it 8.8 out of 10. Definitely a good movie. Definitely go check it out. But I don't know if it'll be on my top 10. It'll definitely be on one of my, lists as like, maybe like top 10 underrated movies of this year. It might even be one of them because people are really saying this is bad, and some people are saying it's really good. I mean, it's getting really good critical scores, but only because of Nicolas Cage's performance and stuff. And I don't know if they will, but maybe the Oscars will pick this up. I doubt it highly, but I mean, look, there's like nothing coming out for the Oscars. I mean, there's no movies. The Road is the only one I could see maybe winning. District 9, hopefully. I don't know what else. So yeah. 8.8 out of 10. Go see this movie if you can. If you can't, then whatever. Kill yourself. I don't care. Go fuck up. Go. Oh, and by the way, to the break of dawn.